Alright. Welcome back to the channel for the first episode. My name is Denny, and today we're going to dive in a scene from the movie Oppenheimer, directed by Christopher Nolan. So let's have a look at the scene first, and then let's try to recreate the lighting from it. Let's go.
Professeur Oppenheimer. Professeur Oppenheimer. Pour commencer, je crois que vous souhaitez lire une déclaration versée au compte-rendu.
Oui, monsieur le juge.
Vous n'êtes pas face à un tribunal, professeur.
Bien entendu.
And that's it. Let's see, what do we have here? The camera looks really close to him. I guess we are on a wide lens, which is giving this feeling of kind of being in his mind. Same thing with the focus, not spot on every time, which gives the same feeling of being lost as well. Talking about it, we have a very shallow depth of field, and you know what that means, right? It means we're going to shoot wide open. We're also pushing out, which could mean that we are going out of his head into the real world. Then there's a pretty soft key light coming from frame left that you can see reflecting right there in his eyes. Let's see. Oh, hi there. My feeling is telling me that there's a window based on the other shots as well. So it could be a big light, something like HMI outside with some big diffusion to give this cloudy day feeling. Negative feel for the dark side. I would say there's like maybe 4-step difference with the key light, which give us a contrast ratio of 16:1. And if you don't know what this means, I will explain contrast ratio in another episode. So don't forget to subscribe. Actually, his face is really split in half. We don't have that famous Rembrandt light that you see now in every movie and TV shows, and even here on YouTube. And I think maybe, on me as well, that little triangle thing. Maybe it could mean something in the story, like we are not sure if this invention was a good or a bad thing for humanity. So it could kind of represent the duality of his soul. Okay, what am I even saying? I don't know. But really lighting can also tell a story and reveal something about a person. So maybe it could be. Little rim light in here as well. Background looks like it's somewhere around 2 to 3 stops under the key light. Those little fellas have also their own light. And that's all. It looks pretty easy, right? That's actually the reason I choose to start with this scene, as I thought it was easy to put it off. But you know what? It wasn't. It's one thing to analyze it, but it's a whole other thing to really do it in the real world. You face problems that you couldn't think of by just analyzing it, and you find solutions. That's the job of the DP, right? And that's what I want for this channel. Face problems and find solutions, so that you don't have to face them as well. Alright, I think we are ready now. So let's recreate it, or at least try to recreate it. Okay. So for this one, I used my Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6K, a cheap Canova slider, which is like 1 meter and 20. For US people, I know you can't win feet, but I don't know nothing about feet, except I got 2 of them. The key light was the Nanlite FC500B, but really, it doesn't matter which brand you use, as long as you have enough power to achieve what you want to do. I went with the big softbox with the grid to control the light from spilling. I tried also bouncing the light from a 4x4 poly, but I couldn't control enough the light from it. If there's one thing to keep in mind, is to stay away from white walls. Just stay away and you'll be fine. And even better, if you can get some textures of the wall, like some wood or something like that, it's even better. So white walls, stay away. Even then, the light was not soft enough, so I added one more extra layer of diffusion, really close to the face of the actor, just outside the frame. For this, you can use something like a bedsheet or a shower curtain if you like. To control the spill, I added a black curtain to cut out the light. To create contrast, I used a black floppy and another black fabric to stop the light from bouncing. As you can see here, I choose to let this part free, so the light could bounce and create the rim light that we need. Then, a problem I faced was that the table was bouncing a warm light on the actor's face, so I covered it with black fabric also. And of course, I closed all the windows light. Then I used my light meter, this one, to be sure that I had a contrast ratio of 16:1. Of course, you don't need to have this, but it makes me feel like I know what I'm doing. And it also makes people think that I know what I'm doing, when I have no idea. And we are done. In the next episode, I'll try to film and show how every step changed the image instead of just having pictures like this. Hey, I'm learning, okay? Time to have a look at my scene. Then I'll tell you why I'm not happy with it and what I could have done better. And there it is.
Professeur Oppenheimer. Professeur Oppenheimer. Pour commencer, je crois que vous souhaitez lire une déclaration versée au compte-rendu.
Oui, monsieur le juge.
Vous n'êtes pas face à un tribunal, professeur.
Non. Bien entendu.
Alright. I think the lighting part was quite similar to the original scene, but there are a few things that are not the same though. To start, I should have gone wider with the lens. The 24 was not enough, as we don't have that feeling we were talking about, of being in the mind of the actor really close. I also add white walls, which reflects more light than the wood that Oppenheimer has behind him. With this in mind, I could never have the same background levels, and when I did, it looked like it was a night scene, as I had less ambient light. So I went with those levels that you can see right there. One thing I'll do next time also is to have extra actors behind him, as it plays a big role, at least in my opinion. So it wasn't perfect, but overall I think it was a good first experience. So I'm quite happy because I learned a bunch of new things, and I hope that you too have learned something from it too. So yeah, let me know what you think about it in the comments, what you liked, what you didn't like, what you think could make those videos better. Actually, whatever you feel to say, just say it. And I will be there to read you, my friend. So yeah, let me know in the comments, follow the channel if you haven't, and I'll see you in the next episode. Ciao.